Robert, your little brother Winston just got accepted into med school.
Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, I just heard. Winston told me. I congratulated him.
Me, Winston, and your father are going out to a luxury sushi restaurant to celebrate the good news tonight. Obviously, you won't be joining us. All the reviews online said that this is the most luxurious restaurant in town, so it's clearly not appropriate for someone like you. You will, however, be footing the bill, so I expect you to make your way down to 5th Street the moment I message you to let you know we're done eating.
When you say the most luxurious restaurant in town, do you mean Sushi-licious Shenanigans, by any chance? You know, the place famous for being 3 times as expensive as most other luxury restaurants?
Of course. Unlike you, his moronic high school dropout big brother, Winston is intelligent and hard-working. He's by far mine and your father's favorite child, and we intend to reward him for his efforts.
You intend to reward him? On my dime? You've got some nerve. I thought you promised to stop doing this once I agreed to cover your debt repayments.
I don't see what that has to do with anything. But if you must insist on dragging it up, I think you should be grateful me and your father are granting you the privilege of repaying our debts. Think about it. Now you have a reason to drag your worthless backside out of bed in the morning and go to work. I won't be hearing another word of complaint out of you, boy. Do you hear me? If you know what's good for you, you'll keep your mouth shut and carry on working like a dog to support your beloved family.
I see. Hey, Big Pro, is now a good time? Winston? Why are you messaging me when we're in the same house, you big doofus? I don't want Mom and Dad to hear what I'm about to say. Really? Sounds dramatic. Alright, well, fine by me, I guess. Listen, Robert, I'm thinking of giving up on becoming a doctor. Whoa, where in the holy frickin' Jesus balls did that come from? Did I eat magic mushrooms without anyone telling me or something? Why would you do that when you only have a year left before you graduate med school? You're almost done paying off Mom and Dad's debt, right? Yeah, actually I am. I should be done with the last repayment right around the time you graduate. But why? What does that have to do with anything? It's Mom and Dad. They told me what their plans are after I graduate and become a doctor. They said they both plan on quitting their jobs and having me provide for them for the rest of their lives. What the heck? And that's only what was actually said to me directly. When I left the room, I overheard them planning a bunch of expensive vacations and to buy tons of crazy expensive branded goods and accessories. House extensions, exotic labradoodles, vintage whiskeys, gold-plated toilet seat, a Ferrari. You name it, Robert. They're planning on buying it all with my money. I have no idea why they think they have an infallible right to my salary, but there you go. Jesus, bro, what am I even reading? They don't seem to have any idea that it'll still be an intern for at least a few years now that I've left med school, which means I'll be on $40K a year at best. This probably goes without saying, but I'll be making way less than you do, right? Yeah, I guess so. Mom and Dad love to harp on about how being a high school dropout makes me a failure. But it was thanks to that I was able to start working so early. I've been at my company for 15 years now. I'm in an executive position and get an extra allowance for all the qualifications I've acquired over the years. Plus, I have the extra money I make from the side hustle I started 7 years ago. Right? That's what I thought. Exactly. That's why I'm so astonished they managed to convince themselves I'm going to be rolling in cash the second I get out of med school. Robert, listen. I want to move out of this house. Wow, are you serious? Are you really surprised? You want to leave yourself, right? They've put you through your fair share of crap too, haven't they? Not least among it, forcing you to drop out of high school so you could pay off their gambling debts, and then having the nerve to give you crap for being a high school dropout? Yeah, I guess you're right. The only reason I accepted to take over the repayments is because Uncle Joe was the one who lent him the money, which means I never had any legal obligation to pay. That's not all. You cover my med school fees too, and I know that can't have come cheap. It's Only thanks to you I was able to get in without going into debt myself. You're the one I want to repay my debt of gratitude to, Robert, not mom and dad. To be honest with you, they make me sick. Being unemployed despite being fully capable of working would be bad enough on its own. But now they're demanding I provide for them for the rest of their lives? What am I, freaking walking ATM? I can't get out of this house a moment too soon. Winston, come with me, bro. What do you say? I know this might sound weird coming from me after I relied on your money so much, but you have a right to be free of our deranged parents too. To tell you the truth, I've been thinking about it for a while. Here's how the plan looks right now. I'm thinking of quitting my job at the insurance company and going freelance once I get done with mom and dad's debt repayments. To put it simply, I'm thinking of making my side hustle my main job and focusing solely on that. I see. I guess me graduating med school ties into that too, since you won't be covering my tuition fees anymore. Your outgoings are going to drop down in one full swoop, so you'll be able to make things work with just one job. I like it. Yep, you pretty much nailed it. But I'm a freelancer. I'll be able to go anywhere I like since I'll be working 100% remotely. Anywhere? Basically, what that means is that no matter which hospital you end up working in, no matter which state you end up moving to, it'll always be possible for me to be close by. Oh yeah, you're right. Obviously, from my perspective, I'd appreciate if you chose somewhere with decent internet. Gotcha, bro. We only have about a year left before this becomes a reality. Yeah. Let's make the necessary preparations. Got it.
Excuse me, Robert. You have 1 week to get your things together and get out of this house.
What the hell? Where did that come from?
Your little brother's a rich doctor now, so we don't need your pathetic high school dropout salary anymore.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Do I have to spell it out, Dumbo? It means Winston will be looking after me and your dad from here on out, so you're no longer necessary. Get out of our lives and never come back.
Winston's gonna provide for you both as a medical intern? How the hell do you expect him to do that? That's not fair on my brother. He's about to enter the workforce, and with that, one of the toughest periods of his life will begin. You expect him to take care of you guys at home as well as the mountain of work responsibilities he's inevitably gonna end up with?
And what do you know about anything, you pitiful high school dropout? It might seem impossible to you because you earn breadcrumbs, but unlike you, Winston's actually going to have a respectable income. He's a doctor, you moron. I quit my job because with Winston's salary, I can get by without working.
Whoa. Say what now? You quit your job? No way. Did Dad quit too?
Of course he did. We recently got word that you got done paying off the last of our debts, so what with that and Winston finally becoming a doctor, we saw no need to continue. No matter how you look at it, there's zero need for either of us to work again for the rest of our lives. I take it your sulky tone means you understand, then? Fantastic. Now hurry up and start packing your things. Oh, one more thing. Me, Winston, and your father will all be going to the most luxurious sushi restaurant in town to celebrate him finally becoming a doctor. Make sure you come down to the restaurant to pay for our meals as soon as I message you, just like always, okay? Do I make myself clear?
Are you for real? You just kicked me out of the house and ordered me to get out of your lives forever. Why would I pay for your sushi? Are you insane?
Think of this as your final act of filial piety towards your parents who so very kindly raised you. It'll never make up for the monumental failure you became, but it's better than nothing. Make sure you have the money ready by tonight.
Do you mind if I say one last thing?
What is it?
Bye-bye. I'm taking Winston with me.
Huh?
Winston, you all ready? Yep, I'm already at the station like we agreed. Did Mom say anything to you about going out for sushi tonight? Sure, but I told her I can't go today because I have food poisoning. Wow, are they for real? They went to your congratulatory meal at the most expensive restaurant in town without you? No kidding. I'm not gonna complain though. The rotten personalities are giving us the perfect chance to make our escape. I never thought I'd say it, but just this one time, I'm grateful they're dicks. You're right. I'm so hyped, bro. I can't believe I finally get to escape their forced sushi nights. About that, my buddy from the old company knows a chef at that restaurant. Apparently, he said that he feels bad for you every time you go because they order the most expensive stuff on the menu for themselves, while you just sit there eating french fries all night. Were you holding back because you knew I was always the one paying? There's that, but there's also the fact I'm just not good with raw fish. I thought you knew. What can I say? I guess I really like their french fries. Oh, I see. Anyway, I'm about to head out on the next train. Sure thing. I'll follow you in like an hour, okay? Got it. See you at the next station. Roger that.
Robert! Are you there? Robert! What on earth did you just say to the chef at the sushi restaurant? He just told me you refused to pay because I said I never wanted to see you again.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. Did you need some kind of explanation? I'm not sure which part is hard to understand. You pretty much just disowned me, so I'll be leaving the house now and moving a long, long way away. Accordingly, paying for your luxury sushi is going to be a little difficult this time around. Anyway, didn't I just tell you to pay for your own damn meals? How are you surprised by any of this?
No, I can't. I just can't. Do you have any idea how much the bill came to? $1,600. Your father and I don't have that kind of money.
Yep, $1,600 sounds about normal. That's more or less what I was paying every time.
Huh?
Isn't it strange? Your worthless, good-for-nothing high school dropout son was able to pay every time without issue. But you and Dad are struggling?
Oh my God. Were you really paying this much every time? I had no idea it was so expensive.
Yep. Look on the bright side. At least Winston not being with you today should bring the total down a little. This is actually on the lower end of what I paid.
This is the lower end? Robert, how on earth do you have that much money?
Answer me this. How long do you think it's been since I started working?
What?
I've been working nonstop ever since I dropped out of high school. I've had promotions, gained qualifications, undergone transfers, and had lots of other extra allowances added to my salary along the way. When Winston started med school, I started working a side job to help cover his tuition fees. You didn't think I was still making the same money as I was at the convenience store. You didn't think I was still making the same money as I was at the convenience store I worked at when I dropped out of high school, did you?
Huh?
Now, Winston's done with med school. I'm also done paying off yours and Dad's debt, which, by the way, I had no obligation to pay off whatsoever, but did anyway out of the kindness of my heart. I don't need to make anywhere near as much money as I used to now, which is why I decided to quit my job and focus solely on what used to be my side job as a freelancer.
What's your side job?
Not telling you. I don't need you showing up on my doorstep begging, thanks.
Well, what about the bill for this sushi?
Like I said, pay for it yourself.
But we don't have the money.
Bye. Yo, Robert, I'm on the train right now, but I keep getting those damn messages from Mom complaining about how you won't pay the sushi bill. My God, is she seriously still harping on about that? I just left her on red. Nice. There's no need to dignify her with a response. Still, I gotta admit, I feel kind of bad for the sushi joint. I think I'm gonna ring my buddy and tell him to pass on an apology later on. Now, don't sweat it. Apparently Uncle Joe plans on paying this time around. I wonder if he actually will. Don't forget he was the one who lent Mom and Dad all that money back then. I wouldn't be surprised if he never wanted to give him another cent after how long it took him to get his money back. I came clean with everything this morning and finally told him it was me paying him back all along. To be honest, I'd be amazed if he dug them out of another hole after finding out they'd been lying to him for years. Jeez, bro. You sure know how to time things. Nice. Pure coincidence, I swear. Sure, we can go with that if you like. Seriously though, I wonder how they're gonna support themselves without either of us around now. Neither of them have jobs. Mom was 19 when they got shotgun married after falling pregnant with you, right? They've got a way to go until they get their pensions. They have no choice. They're gonna have to find new jobs. No kidding. Anyway, my train will be arriving soon. Alright, I'm sat on the bench at the platform. Let's head out of the station together. Yeah, how cool is this? Two brothers about to embark on their new lives in the big wide world together? I feel like an anime character. Cut it out, you weeb. You're in the real world now. You're right, though. I'm sure we're gonna face tons of challenges from here on out, but there's nothing we can't overcome together. Heck yeah. When I asked Uncle Joe about what became of the sushi incident later on, he explained that by some miracle, it turned out that my dad had just enough money left in his savings account to cover it, so they were allowed to leave the restaurant without cops being called. My old work buddy heard from the chef that the two of them are now officially banned from entering the restaurant for the rest of their lives. Apparently, he almost seemed overwhelmed with joy at the fact he'd never have to tolerate them again. As for what happened to our parents after that, they totally forgot I was the one who'd been paying the rent and utilities, which meant that before long, their electricity, gas, and water ended up being totally shut off. Apparently, the landlord's currently in the process of filling out the paperwork to have them forcibly removed. That's not all either. Being totally out of cash and being too lazy to work, they went into debt again. And this time not with soft touch Uncle Joe, but with an underground loan shark who goes by the name of the Finger Snapper. Nobody heard from them after they got disowned by the entire family. Naturally, I have no intention of looking for them either.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Karen, are you there? Oh, is that Lila? Oh, it's not like you to message me. What can I do for you, sweetie pie? I think you probably have some idea about why I'm messaging you today. But would you mind explaining why I just found out your wedding ceremony was last week? Huh? Oh, that? Oh no, I told you it was today, didn't I? Oopsie. I was so happy with my newly married life, I totally forgot to update you. Based on your flippant attitude, I'm guessing it was on purpose. Bingo! Would you mind explaining what the hell you think you're playing at? Why would you think it's acceptable to waste my time like this? Do you have any idea how long I've traveled and how much it cost me to get to that church today? Flights don't come cheap, you know. Oh, quit exaggerating, you big drama queen. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for why you think it's acceptable to behave like this. Go on, I'm waiting. I don't know whether you'll be satisfied with it, but there is something that might help you understand. Quit beating around the bush and spit it out already. Jeez, you're a real hard ass. I know you're my big sister, but you could at least pretend to have some good manners. All right, I'll get to the point. You'll probably regret it when I'm done, though. Tell me, sis, have you been in touch with your fiancé lately? He wouldn't have happened to, I don't know, gone totally silent on you, would he? Huh? What are you talking about? Well, you see, it just so happens that your fiancé is now my husband. Excuse me? Surprising, right? But it's too late for you now. Your fiancé is mine. Sorry, sis. I wish I could see the look on your face. Hang on, wait a sec. Let me get this straight. You mean you intentionally sent me to a wedding ceremony that didn't exist 1 week after you actually got married to make sure I wouldn't show up for the actual wedding? Yep, bingo. We got married last week without you, so your ugly crying face wouldn't ruin the ceremony. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but I made a fake wedding invite with the wrong date and changed the groom's name so you wouldn't suspect anything. I see. Interesting. By the way, there's one thing I gotta ask. My fiancé? Who are you talking about? Huh? I don't recall being engaged to anyone. What the heck? Are you really so desperate to save face that you'd lie about being engaged? It's kind of pathetic, Lila. It's okay to admit this sucks, you know. This has now officially left the realm of tragic and become purely hilarious. Stop it, sis. My sides hurt. Anyway, just to be clear, the wedding most definitely wasn't today, right? Duh, of course it wasn't. It must suck so hard to be you right now. Whatever. I'm gonna stop by the hot spring resort on the way home and have a few glasses of wine to forget what an absolute waste of space my little sister is. The tragic loser who doesn't even get an invite to her baby sister's wedding. You really are the comedic gift that keeps on giving. Hey sis, guess what? Me and my new husband are going on our honeymoon today. Can you guess where we're going? Okay, I'll tell you. Me and your ex-fiance are going to Bali. You know, the tropical island you wanted to go to. Huh? Bali? You're jealous, aren't you? Go on, admit it. But I went to Bali with my friend last year. Huh? Oh, don't talk crap, babe. I know you've never been abroad. Are you lying because you're jealous? Oh, sad. Actually, I go abroad a few times a year for both work and pleasure, so I'm not jealous at all. Not that I care if you believe me. If anything, I prefer shorter vacations within the States at places like hot spring resorts these days. What the hell is this? Oh my God, Lila, would you stop it already? I know you're lying. This is tragic. You old hag. How old are you now? Like 30 these days? Ew. You're nothing but a worn out, dried up, barren wasteland of a failed woman whose fiance got stolen by her cuter, prettier little sister. You'll never find another man after this. Your future as a wine-obsessed cat lady is pretty much set in stone now. Was your goal with these messages today to make as little sense as possible or something? Why don't you answer my question? Who's my fiancé? I don't have any recollection of having a fiancé, so you could at least tell me his name. Nope. Why not? I don't want to leave a record of my husband's name on your phone. Jealousy is a dangerous thing, and who knows what you might do. You see incidents like this in the news all the time. No way. I gotta defend myself. How could I be jealous about having a fiancé I didn't even know existed stolen from me? Oh, my husband's calling me. Toodles, sis. You really have zero intention of telling me who you're talking about, huh? Hey, Caitlin. Long time no see. Sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I was hoping I could ask you something. Is now a good time? Oh, hey, Lila. You're right. It's been a long time. I heard last week was pretty tough for you. Is everything okay? Huh? What are you talking about? Your sister's wedding. You came down with some awful illness the day before and couldn't attend, right? My cousin was there and he told me all about it. Oh, I see. So your cousin was there, huh? So that's the explanation that's being given for my absence? Huh? You mean that's not what happened? I've mentioned to you before how me and my family don't really get along, right? Huh? I'm sure you did, but didn't you all patch things up like a while back? Did someone say that at the wedding? Well, yeah, that's what my cousin told me. The truth is, I was told that the wedding would be yesterday, a week later than it actually was. Huh? I don't understand. Wait a sec, you mean... Wow, what the hell? Who the heck does that? That's awful. I'm already over it, so I don't really care. But the wedding invite my sister sent me not only had the wrong date, but she also lied about the groom's name. Huh? But why would she do that? My sister seems to think her new husband was my fiancé, and that she stole him from me. I'm not really sure why, but she's hell-bent on insisting I'm just jealous whenever I try to explain to her I don't know who the hell she's talking about. Wow. It seems like she's having the time of her life gloating about stealing my fiancé, and to be honest, the messages are getting kind of annoying. I've asked her to tell me her husband's name countless times, but I swear all she does is act like a little kid and refuse to tell me. I'm a little confused. Why would she do that? Well, that's why I messaged you today. I was hoping you could help me shed some light on things. Sorry to trouble you, but could you please ask your cousin for the name of Karen's husband? Got it. He lives next door, so I'll head over and ask now. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Apparently the groom's name is Alvin Longhorn. Alvin Longhorn? What's wrong? Nothing. But I know who the groom at the wedding was now. Wow, seriously? Ugh, what a momentous pain in the ass. I have a feeling things are about to get seriously awkward, so I'll explain once I've dealt with all of this, okay? Sure thing, babe. That's totally fine. Take your time. Thanks so much for the information. Hello, Lila? What the hell are you playing at, bitch? A bill for compensation from you showed up in the mail today? Why can't you just be happy for your little sister and her new husband? You are so hateful. Go on, tell me. Why do you think I'm charging you compensation? For breaking off your engagement, right? I can't believe you demand money from your little sister and ex-fiancé like this. Have you no shame? I take it that means she finally got everything straightened out with her lawyer then. I'm not the one demanding compensation from you. Huh? It's from another woman called Lila, but it's not me. We just happen to have the same name. Go on, take a closer look at her name. Our surnames are different, right? Oh, you're right. Wait, what the hell? Who is she? The woman you mistook for me and stole Alvin Longhorn from. What? She's a girl I met at one of the hobby clubs I go to. We get along really well, and we happen to have the same first name. She's also the same age as me, so I guess I can see how you might get confused. Alvin's a member of the same hobby group. Now, Alvin, being a very greedy man of questionable moral character, got wind of a rumor that Lila was the very rich CEO of one of the most successful trading companies in America. He wasn't wrong, he just got the wrong Lila. I'm the CEO of the company. Wait, what? Holy crap, you're the CEO of a company? I can see you're surprised, but we're in danger of going off topic here, so allow me to return to the subject at hand. Basically, Alvin mistook the other Lila at the hobby group for me. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because she's in the habit of wearing blazers and her sense of style kind of gives off a business vibe, whereas I tend to dress more casual. In any case, the bottom line is that he mistook her for the CEO, started dating her, and before long was constantly begging for money. Eventually they got engaged, but then, with not much time left before the wedding, he found out he got the wrong Lila and broke up with her. What? In true scumbag fashion, he immediately slithered over in my direction and started hitting on me. But I'd already heard about what he did to the other Lila, so I told him where he could stick his sleazy attempts at charm in no uncertain terms, and that was the end of it. By that point, Lila was already in the process of working out the details of the compensation claims against him with her lawyer. When he heard about it, the sniveling lowlife actually had the nerve to pull a vanishing act. You mean he ran away? Oh my God. I don't know how, but he found out about our family also running their own business and that our dad is pretty well off. That's when he hatched his plan to trick you into thinking you were stealing my fiancé by saying he was engaged to Lila so he could put himself in line for a fat inheritance payout and get his hands on the family's assets. Unbelievably, he actually succeeded, and now you guys are married. Oh my God, no way, are you for real? I suggest you get Dad to check on the family's assets and get confirmation that everything is as it should be ASAP. Huh? You're in for a hell of a ride if it turns out he actually managed to get his hands on any of it. Gah! I've been had. I got Dad to check everything. That asshole took $10,000. Wow, are you serious? What the hell am I supposed to do? Damn it, Karen, if you didn't fake the groom's name on your wedding invite to prevent me from showing up at the wedding, I would have figured out what was going on much earlier, and the whole thing could have been prevented. Oh my God, I feel sick. Good, you deserve everything that happens to you from here on out. Stop saying such awful things and help me. Why? Huh? Do you remember what you, Mom, and Dad said to me on the day I got kicked out of the house? You are not a part of this family. Our precious Karen is our only daughter. We're not helping you even if you end up living on the streets. Suffer and struggle on your own, you ugly little rat. Why would I want to help any of you? You can all rot in hell for all I care. Being a family is about helping each other out in times of need. How can you be so cold? Sure, the key words there being each other. I don't have any recollection of any of you guys helping me out, ever. Help us. No, help me. And why should I do that? Because I'm your family. You were the ones who explicitly told me I am not part of your family when you kicked me out of the house, Karen. All I'm doing is honoring your wishes and staying the heck away from you. Shouldn't you be pleased? No, you're my big sis. Actually, I think not being a part of your family automatically excludes me from being your big sis. I can't only be your sister when you need my help. Ugh, Lila, stop trying to sound smart and do something. I'm gonna be totally screwed unless you help me here. You have no right to take this horrible attitude with me. You have to help me because I'm more beautiful than you, you ugly cave troll. You know, Karen, it's actually baffling to me that you think insulting my physical appearance is gonna make me want to help you. It's amazing that you're capable of saying such things in a situation like this. You're one in a million, but not in a good way. No, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I just got a little mad, that's all. Listen, sis, you have more money than anyone in our family. More than anyone I know, which is why you just have to help me. I'm not your family. Oh my God, stop it already. Just help me. Ugh. I need money. Give me money, please. Goodbye. Lila! As for the other Lila and her compensation, fortunately she was just about able to scrape it together from the contents of a savings account Alvin had foolishly forgotten to close before pulling his vanishing act. Me? I managed to avoid any harm due to Alvin being too dumb to realize he had the wrong Lila, which meant his gold digger's dream never came to fruition. The real shit show right now is the situation currently unfolding between Karen and my parents. The reason for that, as you probably guessed, is that Alvin stole and completely used up $10,000 of my dad's money as soon as he and Karen got married. After that, as if to add insult to injury to my now financially broken dad, the managing director of his company, who he'd been locked in a bitter dispute with for months, used the situation as his opportunity to take 90% of the company's employees and go independent. Within the blink of an eye, the company my dad had spent decades building had completely stopped functioning and soon went bankrupt. As the things currently stand, the situation is as follows. Alvin, eager to get a hasty divorce and disappear for good, versus my dad, desperate to get his money back, versus Lila, who probably feels like crawling into a hole and dying right about now. Between being locked in a bitter dispute with little hope of being resolved and suddenly finding themselves so poor they're almost homeless, my ex-family's life is a picture of hell.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Perry. Where the heck are you right now? I want an answer fast. There's something I need to ask you. It's urgent.
Huh? Abdul, what's going on? Why are you spam calling me?
I asked you where the heck you are.
Why do you keep hecking me? I'm obviously at work like I always am at this time.
Huh?
Which part don't you get? I said I'm at work. I told you I was heading off to work this morning after breakfast just like I always do. I seriously don't get why you're confused.
I know that.
I thought someone had been hit by a car or something when I saw the notifications. If I'd have known you were just going to ask where I am, I would have freaking ignored it. How many times do I have to tell you to not message me while I'm at work?
Huh? Wait a sec. Are you really at work?
Yes, dummy.
No, but this doesn't make sense.
How doesn't it make sense? It literally couldn't be any more simple. I'm dealing with a customer right now. This will have to wait till later. Goodbye.
Hey, Boris, it's been a while. There's something I need to ask you. Is now a good time? Huh? Is this Abdul? No, there's a bolt out of the blue. It must have been like, what, 3 years by now? When was it we met last? Oh yeah, the class reunion. What can I do for you, pal? Is there another reunion coming up or something? No, it's not that. I just need to ask you something. Did you know my wife works at the same company as you? Wow, really? Let me think. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure there's one person with the same surname as you. Her name is Perry. Yep, that's her. Do you know her? Well, I guess you could say I do, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do remember the boss saying that someone claiming to be Perry's husband phoned in today. Does this have something to do with that? I'm guessing that was you? Yep. Sorry to contact you out of the blue with this, Boris. It probably all seems a little random and weird, but I do have a good reason, I promise. The thing is, when I called the company, they hesitated to tell me anything because I had no way of proving I was actually Perry's husband over the phone. I guess I'm pleased their security's on point, but on the other hand, it left me no choice but to reach out to you. I do plan on going in person over the next few days, but for the time being, I'd appreciate it if you could tell me something. Is it true that Perry got fired recently? I need you to promise not to mention anything I'm about to tell you to anyone else. Can you do that? Sure, of course. My lips are sealed. All right. Well, in that case, yes, it's true. Your wife got fired the other day. I'm guessing the notice of dismissal showed up in the mail by now? Yep. I work remotely, so I'm at home most of the time. My jaw almost hit the floor when I opened the letter addressed to Perry by mistake. But why did she get fired? The letter was really vague, and I'm totally at a loss here. To put it as simply as possible, she got fired for repeatedly not showing up to her shifts. Huh? Are you for real? She works in a different department from me, so I'm not totally familiar with all the circumstances, but I'm pretty sure she hasn't been showing up to work for the last month. Or wait, was it the last 2 months? Apparently, the boss tried calling her home phone, which was listed as her emergency contact on several occasions, but he didn't have any luck. But her emergency contact should have been my mobile. We haven't had a landline for years now. I see. This is just a guess, and I hope you don't mind me asking, but do you think it might be possible she changed her emergency contact to a number that doesn't exist because she's trying to hide something? I hate to say it, but I really don't see any other possible explanations. The weird thing is, she says, "Bye, honey, I'm heading to work," and leaves at the same time as always every single morning. And today was no different. Even stranger, when I messaged her after the notice of dismissal came with the intention of asking her about it, she cut me off and said she couldn't talk because she was dealing with a customer. So either she's hiding the fact she got fired, or she still doesn't even know that she has been fired. She came home at the usual time, but I didn't say anything about it because I still don't have a clue what's going on myself. I see. Sorry to trouble you with all this, buddy, but do you have any more details? Anything is fine, even if it seems irrelevant. I feel like I'm missing a piece of the jigsaw here. Abdul, listen to me. You seriously have to promise me that what I'm about to tell you stays between us. Can you do that? I swear on my life, nothing leaves this chat. Alright, well, the thing is, apparently one of Perry's male co-workers got fired at the same exact time as she did. Huh? His name is Winslow, and my friend Lisa, who's somewhat of a gossip and somehow seems to know everything about everyone at the company, told me that Perry and Winslow were witnessed by several people going into a hotel when they should have been out running errands for the boss. Now here's where it gets even crazier. Apparently, the two of them stopped showing up to work the moment they knew they'd been seen. Eventually, their absences got so bad they both got fired. Wow. I'm speechless. This is nuts. That's everything I know. Sorry I had to be the one to tell you like this, Abdul. Nah, it's cool. I'm the one who should be apologizing to you for the interrogation. I'm sure you got enough on your plate without getting dragged into my private life. God damn it. Don't feel down, bro. I'm here to listen if there's anything you need to get off your chest. I'm guessing you're probably going to take some kind of action. Just make sure to keep a level head, all right? Ain't no woman worth losing your head over. Thanks, Boris. I appreciate you, pal.
OMG, I'm so sorry, Abdul. The boss gave me a bunch of overtime again. Can you put yourself something together for supper? I won't be able to cook tonight. Don't worry about me. I'll be eating at the office.
Got it. You've been doing an awful lot of overtime lately, huh, Perry?
Huh? I have? No, I don't think I have. It's always like this at this time of the year. It's our busiest period.
Oh, I see.
Yep. Anyway, gotta go. I'm so swamped here, I barely even have the time to message anymore. Sorry, hun. Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
Sorry to bug you while you're busy cheating on me at a hotel. I already filed for divorce.
Say what now? Abdul, I just got home. What the hell's going on with the house? There's nothing left here except my belongings. Where did all your stuff go?
Oh, so you came back, huh? What happened to your overtime? I thought you were swamped with work.
Why would you make me come home like that when you knew how busy I was?
I think we both know you weren't doing overtime, Perry. Should we drop the act now?
Did you file for a divorce? What the hell are you doing, Abdul? You don't get to do this without even talking to me first, you jerk. You need to tell me what's going on now. You should know that if you really did file for a divorce without my permission, you're in big trouble because that's a criminal offense.
What are you talking about? If I ever find out you're cheating on me, we're getting a divorce.
Huh?
Remember when you came home drunk that time and started screaming that in my face when I was trying to watch the game? Well, I kept a hold of the divorce papers you made me sign since I figured they might come in handy one day. And it just so happens they did.
What? You kept those? OMG. Abdul, I didn't mean that. I just got carried away after one too many glasses of wine, that's all.
Maybe you were too drunk to remember, but I did ask you whether you were happy for me to hand them in if you ever cheated on me. You yelled, "Fine, asshole," and stormed off into the bathroom, so I kept them. I handed them in earlier today. That's all.
What the heck is this? I only made you sign those because you cheated on me last year.
No, Perry. I most definitely did not. Why do you insist on clinging to this bullcrap when you know full well it's not true?
Well, if you weren't cheating on me, how do you explain the fact that you suddenly started doing overtime every night? How do you explain the fact that you were so cold to me back then? I know an affair when I see one. A woman has instincts.
Yeah, sure. There was an affair going on, even back then. Yours. I can't believe it's been a year already. Do you think I didn't notice? You're such a bad liar it was hard not to. You must seriously take me for a grade A moron. I was pretty sure I knew what was going on, but I decided to hire a private investigator just to be sure. He did his job, and with that, I had concrete, incontrovertible proof of everything you were doing.
What?
I did intend on confronting you with all the evidence from the investigation back when you accused me of cheating on you. But then, that very morning, your mom suddenly passed away. I obviously hesitated to confront you with something so serious when you were so broken up over your mom, so it went on the back burner. Not only that, but even more than you, I felt bad for your dad. He was in bits. And I thought the shock of finding out his daughter was a cheating whore would have been too difficult to bear. I decided to keep my private investigator on the payroll for a little while in case anything changed, and to my surprise, you and Loverboy broke up all of a sudden a little while after your mom passed. With that, I figured my best move would be to sit back and watch how things played out for a little while. And here we are.
Is that why all your stuff's gone?
Yep, of course. We're divorced now, so why would we live together? It's time for us to go our separate ways. I never want to see your face again. I already canceled the contract on the apartment, so you better get your things together and disappear as soon as you can.
No, wait. What the hell? Where's the proof I cheated on you again? These are nothing but baseless accusations. The past is the past. Everyone deserves a second chance. Surely even you understand that.
I see. You still don't have the faintest idea, do you?
About what?
You and Lover Boy. What was his name again? Winslow? You both got fired.
What?
I work from home and I'm always around when the mailman stops by. A very official letter showed up and I got so curious I opened it by mistake without even realizing it was addressed to you. It was your notice of dismissal. When I did some digging to get confirmation, I found out your company had received several reports that you were seen going into a hotel with Winslow when you were supposed to be out running errands for your boss. I don't know which of you it was, but either of you or Winslow must have gotten wind of the fact your co-workers knew about your seedy little affair. With that, you stopped going into work in a cowardly attempt to escape responsibility for what you did, and eventually got fired. That just about sums everything up.
Wow. So that's how you found out.
I also knew you changed your emergency contact to a landline phone that doesn't exist to prevent me from finding out what you were up to behind my back. I'm just grateful you were too much of a moron to realize your company would send a notice of dismissal to the house after they fired you.
I didn't know they'd sent a letter. I thought we lived in the modern age. It's 2024 for crying out loud. They should have emailed me.
How did you not know they send paper mail? How many times have I told you about their damn newsletters and sustainability goals pamphlets showing up in the mail?
Huh?
Anyway, I'm bored of this conversation. The bottom line is we're divorced now. I'm currently in the process of arranging for a massive compensation bill to be sent yours and Winslow's way. So I suggest you both prepare yourselves for a mountain of shit that's about to descend on you.
Whoa, what? A compensation? Hang on just 1 second.
Why?
Please don't charge me compensation.
All I'm doing is asserting my legal rights as someone who got cheated on.
But I've heard of people being forced to pay thousands for this kind of thing. I can't afford that. How am I supposed to come up with that kind of money when I just got fired? Plus, the job market sucks right now. My priority right now should be not becoming homeless, not paying you frickin' compensation.
So let me get this straight. You were fully aware of what could happen if you got caught cheating on me, but decided to go ahead with it anyway? Not only that, but twice. What did you think I was going to say?
Okay, sure thing, babe. It's all water under the bridge now. No worries. Everyone makes mistakes.
Something to that effect? If so, you're deluded.
But you forgave me once before.
I didn't forgive you. I just held off on confronting you about it because of your mom while sitting back and seeing if you did anything else. Not only that, but you skipped work for a whole 2 months so you could be with your lover? I'm guessing that means you were together pretty much every day? Do you seriously think that what you did to me is forgivable?
But everything was normal until this morning.
Sure, as far as you knew. But the reality? The reality is that I barely sleep these days. My appetite has practically disappeared, and I'm so stressed the doc has me on psych meds.
Oh my God.
I must look awful. Because one of my friends showed up the day before yesterday after we did a video call because he said he was worried about how gaunt I looked. When he saw me in person, a weak, emaciated mess with huge bags in him, he sat down with me and we talked about everything. When he heard about everything you put me through, he pretty much ordered me to divorce you. Thank God my friend noticed I was in a seriously bad way, because you, my wife, who I saw every morning at the breakfast table, sure as hell didn't. I have a fair amount of proof of the affair due to the fact I've had a private investigator on my payroll for over a year now, which I guess turned out to be the silver lining in this whole thing, because it meant when I finally made my mind up, I was able to finalize the divorce and move out in a heartbeat, which I did this morning with the help of my friend.
Where are you, honey?
I'm not telling you.
Can we meet up? We need to talk about this properly, baby. I can't leave things like this.
Well, I can, and I have nothing to say to you.
Oh my God.
I can't tell you how good it felt to finally be free of you. It was like this huge weight had been lifting from my shoulders. I feel like even my subconscious knew I was free, because I slept like a baby for the first time in a long time as soon as I got to my new place. Until your notifications started showing up, that is. Why would I want to go back to being miserable with you?
Gah!
You should know I told your dad everything. So you can go back home to live with your parents, or you can live with your lover, but one thing's for sure. Me and you are never getting back together.
Oh my God, Abdul!
Anyway, talking to you makes me sick. Bye. Apparently, a desperate Perry showed up at my mom and dad's house a few days later. My parents knew about everything that had gone down, so naturally they told her where to stick her offers of reconciliation and sent her on her way. By the way, I'm currently staying with my uncle in the neighboring town. For some reason, Perry's next move was to show up at my company's office demanding to see me. It was at this point I began to doubt her sanity because she knew full well I work from home. Eventually, she had no choice but to give up and move back in with her parents, which is where she is now, under the watchful eye of her ex-military dad. I hear he also forced her to break up with her lover as a condition of her moving in. It was around that time I hired a lawyer and sent her the compensation bill. Unfortunately for both Perry and her lover, their bank accounts were empty due to the fact they'd wasted all of their money by spending almost every day in a hotel together. They had no choice but to go into debt to pay me back, and now they spend their days working like dogs while questioning their life choices.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.